Everybody, welcome. So we made it to Friday. Okay, it's 5:53 a.m. as I make this video. And shout out to my daughter. It is my daughter's birthday today. Um, Special birthday wishes to her. I just hope she enjoys the day. It's not really about celebrating birthdays, but shout out to her. Teamsters Union declines to endorse Trump or Harris for president. And the Teamsters, right over here, the union's task is exactly the same. The Teamsters are known as the champion of freight drivers and warehouse workers, but have organized workers in virtually every occupation imaginable, both professional and non-professional, private sector and public sector. All right. So over here, let me open this back up over here. So let's look at this. We're going to look at this story a little bit, and I'll show some interesting patterns, connections once again. So here, this is Sean M. O'Brien, American labor leader, general president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, formerly served as the vice president, Eastern region of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters. And the International Brotherhood of Teamsters declined Wednesday to endorse Kamala or Trump for president, saying neither candidate had sufficient support from the 1.3 million member union. It's like we're going to all split. It's like we're going to divide almost more. I mean, more like on paper divide. But it says this guy, Sean M. O'Brien, look at born in 71 or 72. Well, look at Wednesday. You get the 71 date numerology, and that's the big one that's right at the top. 9/18/2024 added up, you get 71, right? And 1.3 million member union. I know politics and BS equal 113 and 103, which is like 13, and 113 equals the number for dishonesty. And you also get 311, the number for dishonesty. Dishonest equals 113, not true, not factual, disinfo, divorce. Anyways, unfortunately, neither major candidate was able to make serious commitments to our union to ensure the interest of working people are always put before big business. Teamsters President Sean M. O'Brien said in a statement, "We sought commitments from both Trump and Harris not to interfere in critical union campaigns or core Teamster industries and to honor our members' right to strike, but were unable to secure those pledges." The Teamsters rebuff reflected a labor union torn over issues of political identity and policy, one that mirrors a broader national divide. Vice President Harris has unmistakably backed organized labor, while former President Trump has appealed to many white blue collar. Like how they throw white in there. Like, hold on, how unprofessional is that? Though, for real, you got an article and you're gonna divide. You're gonna use that has appealed to many white blue collar workers. Like, dude, really? The year 2024? Well, we can expect it with stories like this. And Donald equals 31 as well. But Trump appealing to many white blue collar workers, even as far as openly scorned unions at times. By not endorsing anyone, the Teamsters are essentially setting, I'm not sure what that one is, some influence in November's election, as both candidates claim to have support from its members. All right. So it's like a divide, or it's like, hey, we don't like none of these people. We don't want a president. I don't know. We'll see how everything's gonna develop. Let's play this. Teamsters will not endorse Trump or Harris.
The Teamsters Union said Wednesday they won't endorse any U.S. presidential candidate for the first time since 1996. That's despite a majority of members backing Donald Trump over Kamala Harris in polls. A recent poll the Teamsters released Wednesday shows 59.6% of its members preferred the Republican candidate, compared to 34% for Democrat Harris. The union
Okay.
counts some 1.3 million members, working as everything from truck drivers and airline pilots to zookeepers.
Shout out to this video, Routers.
They have endorsed Democrats in every presidential contest since the year 2000. However, Teamsters President Sean O'Brien made a high-profile appearance at the Republican National Convention backing Trump. He told Fox News the union's decision to decline an endorsement came after they, quote, couldn't get solid commitments on our core issues. A Teamsters executive board endorsement could be important to either candidate.
Teamsters T like Trump. And I keep hearing 2000. And remember, the guy's born maybe in 71. Interesting, right? 71's the 20th prime number. Again, T, the 20th letter of the alphabet. Trump's birthday leaves 200 days in the year.
Candidate in the November election. It's seen as a potential factor in a handful of battleground states that may decide the results, including Michigan, Nevada, and Pennsylvania, where union membership is strong. Speaking to reporters in New York, Trump responded to the Teamsters' decision to not endorse a candidate by saying, "It's a great honor. They are not going to endorse the Democrats. That's a big thing."
Ah.
Most major unions have endorsed Harris, including the United Auto Workers Union. The AFL CIO, which represents 60 unions and 12.5 million workers, endorsed Harris in July.
Okay. Anybody seen Mallrats? That movie back in the day? This guy reminds me of the dad. But anyways, Teamsters Union president here at the RNC real quick.
Sean O'Brien, the general president of the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, here on the stage, caused some controversy when he said he would come. Invited by the Trump campaign, they have not endorsed yet. And we all know that President Biden became the first sitting president to walk a picket line. So let's listen.
For opening the RNC's doors to the Teamsters Union and inviting me to speak before you tonight.
Okay, so just a little bit of
Sean O'Brien, the general
video there. So look, and this is going to be simple, y'all. So we get this story with these main characters, right? And the Teamsters. Teamsters equals 123, just like Kamala, in the same reverse cipher. You just want to take the 26 letters of the alphabet and run it in reverse and just apply the value to the letter, right? Kamala 123, Teamsters 123. Look at even in ordinal, which is just forwards, Teamsters, you get 120, and that's like 12, right? Kamala equals 12. Look at the 60 with Donald Trump, just like Teamsters. And that's reverse reduction. You reduce at Q, which is the 10th letter. And that's all. That's just the four ciphers we always use to show this code. And if people want to say, hey, it's not a code, whatever, It's just numbers. Well, that's interesting too. And we could talk about that, and we could still talk about we're still being deceived, right? Uh, and why haven't we been taught more about these numbers? You know what I'm saying? It's interesting, don't you think? International Brotherhood of Teamsters. So, yeah, Teamsters Union declines to endorse either. So, what's going to happen? Well, look at the numbers. The numbers are interesting, and it's something that you don't really, there's no point. I mean, you can't argue the numbers when they land, right? That's why I enjoy doing this and utilizing this calculator with this system. Kamala Harris equals 212, like the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, okay? Harris campaign spokesperson Lauren Hitt noted, that's an interesting last name, noted in an emailed statement that more than 36 retired Teamsters spoke last month in Chicago at the Democratic National Convention, having endorsed Harris, okay? Their pensions were saved through the 2021 passage of the Butch Lewis Act. How about that? How about that? You get Butch. And Biden and Harris championed that. And again, the International Brotherhood of Teamsters, this character, Sean O'Brien, American labor leader, the general president, formerly served as the VP of Eastern Region. I mean, come on, right? Okay, here, Teamsters join Michigan Senator. Teamsters Union equals 185, like Donald John Trump, and 86, like Kamala Harris. So, right down the middle. Sean O'Brien, 48 and 60, just like Donald Trump. Okay. And remember, Trump, the attempted assassination in Pennsylvania, where Philadelphia is located. Philadelphia equals 223. That's the 48th prime. Even though he wasn't attempted assassinated in Philly, but still in Pennsylvania. And Barack Obama's birthday is the fourth day of the eighth month. Okay, so while Donald Trump says striking workers should be fired, Vice President Harris literally walked. Look, real quick, I mean, I can see both sides of that. You see what I'm saying? And it probably should be more strict. There's too much loosey goosey going on in the world right now, which leads for non organization, need for the government, right? You know, maybe we should all tighten up a little bit. But the vice president's strong union record is why Teamsters locals across the country have already endorsed her alongside the overwhelming majority of organized labor. The Teamsters said Wednesday that internal polling of members showed Trump with the advantage over Harris, a fact that the Republicans' campaign immediately seized upon by sending out an email that said the ranked and file of the Teamsters Union supports Donald Trump for president. All right. Trump called the Teamsters' decision not to endorse a great honor. Um, in an interview Wednesday on Fox News, O'Brien said of an endorsement tells candidates that they have to take they have to back the Teamsters in the future. This should be an eye opener for 2028. He said, if people want the support of the most powerful union in North America, it's all politics here, y'all. Whether you're a Democrat or Republican, start doing some things to support our members, he said. Okay. I guess as he should. So look at that logo. Teamsters logo. Let's see. For more than 100 years, The Teamsters logo has consisted of 2 horses' heads. Think about the Masonry 33rd degree Freemason logo. Anyone, when you're doing this research, you get that like double-headed bird, right? Eagle or whatever. Check this out. Named Thunder and Lightning. Together they symbolize the pillars of our union. Unity and power, dignity and justice, solidarity and strength. So you get this brotherhood. Look at that logo. I'm sure there's more to it as well. But yeah, it goes deep. Originally, the term teamster meant a person who drove a team, usually of oxen, horses, or mules, pulling a wagon, replacing the earlier teamer. The International Brotherhood of Teamsters is a labor union in the United States and Canada. It says right there. Okay, let's go back. And again, this is simple. We have a few more slides. Appreciate y'all for being here. Let's play this.
Back here in the U.S. today, Vice President Kamala Harris visited the Teamsters headquarters in D.C.
Harris is trying to win the union's support ahead of the November presidential election. The Teamsters, who do traditionally support Democrats, have not yet endorsed a presidential candidate.
Look at Local
July,
406. Did you see that? Biden, the 46th president. Trump, born in 46. I think Michigan equals 152, like Joe Biden as well. Let's see. Everything's ran on these numbers, okay? Whoa. See, Michigan 152 and 46. How about that? 152 and 46. And you see right there, Teamsters Local 406, West Michigan, or Southwest Michigan. Is that what that? How about that? With Trump born in 46.
A presidential candidate. In July, the union's leader became the first Teamsters president to address a national Republican convention.
We don't just represent registered Democrats. We represent registered Republicans and independents, and we have to.
Former President Donald Trump conducted his interview with the Teamsters back in January. Meanwhile, Trump's campaign says he will keep his planned events this week, despite Sunday's apparent assassination attempt. The Trump campaign's
Oh, yeah. And that. So easy money. We'll go look at the article again. A nice, easy one this morning. But those are a lot of numbers. Those are a lot of numbers that are connecting just using the calculator. You know, if you want the Gematrinator 85 calculator, okay? A lot of undeniable connections there. And there's going to be more. Let's scroll down the article here. Because they give us like a lot of paragraphs. I think we got all of them though. What to know about the 24 election. We don't need to know anymore. O'Brien facing a backlash from some Teamsters members after speaking at the RNC. It's no surprise that the union decided not to make an endorsement, said Art Wheaton, director of labor studies at Cornell University. Trump's praise of Tesla CEO Elon Musk for firing workers who supposedly went on strike really made a Trump endorsement very unlikely. Wheaton said the members were not in total agreement. He said Merrick Masters, a business professor, emeritus, I'm not familiar with that word, at Wayne State University in Detroit, who follows labor issues, said the Teamsters' lack of an endorsement suggests a realignment within the union's membership. Think about a selection too in our country, and you know things may be different after this, right? Think about a realignment, a shift, there's going to be some kind of divide, more divide than there already is. Or we don't even know, right? Or what they always talk about, like some one world thing. So what's it going to be, right? What's it going to be? And not a lot of people are really, everyone's in their own world and their own devices, where it's hard to even get new people in on this. We've been deceived, right? So just a few more paragraphs here. Here I see there's Ohio. We get Ohio again. As part of its 2021 pandemic aid, the administration included the Butch Lewis Act to save the underfunded pensions of more than 1 million union workers and retirees. Underfunded pensions. The act was named after a retired Ohio trucker and Teamsters union leader who spent the last years of his life fighting to prevent massive cuts to the Teamsters. They say last years of his life fighting, so that was probably some sort of sacrifice right there. But you get Ohio. Remember, Ohio equals 16 and 61? Like John. A lot of John energy out there right now. Pitt fires athletic director Heather Light. I might have to look at that one. So that's our article. So yeah, they're kind of setting the stage for some kind of divide, I think. More divide, where maybe they don't pick a president, maybe it's just like here's two people. I don't know. Or maybe none at all. So we'll have to see what happens. But the Teamsters Union declines to endorse Trump or Harris for president. Let's go back over here. Nice thumbnail right there. That thumbnail lands super, super heavy. And look at that logo. That's interesting, right? Let's see. Do I have, I lost my numbers on this one. I was going to see if I had any numbers to look at, but that's okay. The thumbnail lands super heavy. Again, Teamsters Union declines to endorse Trump or Harris for president. And we'll just go back here and glance and just see if anything else pops. But yeah, look at those numbers line up very nicely with both candidates. And the decode came together really, these are coming together super simple now. It's amazing how you can't get, like, hey, you're on the main stage, you have to have a birthday. Come on. Okay, y'all, I appreciate you. Teamsters Union declines to endorse either for president, Trump or Harris. And again, there's always more. Appreciate y'all. I'll be back later tonight, Arizona time, with another decode. Check out all the channels, all the links will be down below. They should be popping, y'all. Appreciate you. Again, until next time.